Now I'm going to show you how to do batch normalization using TensorFlow. So first I'm doing is importing my necessary libraries right here. I'm using this dataset, MNIST dataset. So I'm splitting my dataset into training and testing. That's the first thing I do. Then I want to standardize my data. I want to make sure that all my numbers are between 0 and 1. So I'm dividing everything by 255. Okay. And then in this case, I print out my shape. So there are 60,000 images, and each image has 28 by 28 pixels. All right, so let's do without batch normalization first. So in this case, I create a model right here. So I'm creating I'm adding this flatten layer. Since my image is 28 by 28, I have to flatten it. That's what this flatten function does. So I'm creating two hidden layers. So in my first hidden layer is this one, dense 128, and my activation function is ReLU. I'm creating another dense layer, 64 right here, and my activation function is ReLU. And my output layer in this case has 10 classes. So in this case, I'm using my activation function as softmax. Then I'm compiling the model, and I'm printing the summary out after this. Let's come down and okay. So I trained this model, and it took me around 30 minutes over here. So I used this Google Colab, and in this particular instance, I did for 200 epochs, and my batch size was 32, and my validation split I'd made it 10%. Okay, and so after that, it took me like 30. After 30 minutes, I printed out the accuracy and everything, and my accuracy came out to be 98%. All right, this is without batch norm. All right, and then I did with the batch normalization. So I create the same model, everything is pretty much same, except I'm just adding this right here, batch normalization between your dense layer. Okay, I'm adding another batch normalization for the hidden layer number two, and then everything is same as the previous one. And let's come down. Then I train this model. This is the history of that model. In this case, I'm training for the same number of epochs, 200, and my batch size is same as 32, and my validation spread is 10%. And again, this one took me 30 minutes again. All right, so I printed the test accuracy with batch norm, and the answer came out to be pretty much same as the one on the top one. But here's the interesting thing. If you come down, let's just take a look at that. You can see that accuracy with batch norm, accuracy without batch norm. So the accuracy with batch norm is a little bit higher, not a significant improvement, but it does kind of like you can see it is kind of giving you a better result. Okay. So this kind of should convince you that okay, batch norm in this particular instance it helped. It is not necessarily true that it's always going to help. You just have to try it on and see if it helps or not. So in this particular instance, it did actually help.